Hello everybody and welcome back. Today, please start on your back with the soles of your feet together and your knees apart in Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined bound angle. If your legs or low back feel some discomfort in this pose, you can take a block or a rolled up towel or blanket and place one underneath each thigh. And if you're feeling pretty open and you would like more sensation, you can take a block underneath your feet to elevate your legs. And once you arrive in your shape, take a moment to close your eyes or soften your gaze, and just take about 5 slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. If you have any props underneath your legs or your feet, move them off to the side. And then using your hands, draw your knees together, scoot your feet apart, and windshield wiper your knees from left to right. Take your knees back to center. Have your feet about hips distance apart like you were setting yourself up for a bridge. And then on the inhale, reach your arms towards the back wall. Exhale, reach to the front of the room, lift your chest and your head for a light crunch. Press your feet into the floor, lift your chest as high as you can. On your next inhale, extend your legs forward till they hover above the ground. Set your feet back down to where they were. See if you can lift your chest higher as you inhale. Exhale, lower your chest down and your arms. Inhale, reach back. And then exhale, reach forward, lift your chest. Inhale, extend your legs forward to a hover. See if you can lift your chest a little higher. Exhale, set your feet back to where they were. See if you can lift your chest higher as you inhale. Exhale, lower your chest down. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach forward, lift your chest. Inhale, extend your legs forward to a hover. Maybe your chest lifts higher. Set your feet back down. See if you can lift your chest a little higher as you press into your feet. Exhale, lower your arms and your chest. Inhale, reach your arms back. Exhale, reach forward, pause. Without using your arms, draw your knees into your chest. Get your thighs as close to your chest and your belly as you can, like you're trying to fit yourself into a suitcase. On your next inhale, extend your legs all the way forward. Reach your arms towards the back wall, everything on the ground. Exhale, arms forward. Draw your knees into your chest. Squeeze really tight. Inhale, legs forward, arms back. Exhale, knees in and arms forward. Inhale, extend your legs and your arms. Maybe this time you hover. Exhale, crunch. Keep your legs and then lower your chest to the floor. Take your hands behind your head with your elbows out. And then take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, lift your chest and then take your knees apart and press the soles of your feet together. Inhale, lower your chest, knees together. Exhale, lift your chest, knees apart into butterfly legs. Inhale, chest lowers, legs together. Exhale, lift your chest, knees apart. Pause here. From here, keep your chest off the floor, but reach your arms to the front of the room about shoulder distance. With your feet still together, take your knees to the outsides of your elbows and then press your knees into your arms. Flex your hands as if your hands were in plank and push forward as your knees and inner thighs squeeze towards your arms. Breathe. And then reach your arms towards the back wall. Legs together, straighten your legs up towards the sky. Flex your feet, and then exhale, take your legs out to a straddle position. Reach your arms towards the front of the room. Inhale, reach back, legs together. Exhale, legs apart, and reach forward and crunch. Inhale, reach back, legs together. Exhale, straddle position with your legs. Reach forward to the front of the room. Your hands are shoulder distance. And then flex your hands like you're in plank. Bend your knees and take your knees to the outsides of your elbows. Squeeze your knees into your elbows as your elbows press back into your legs. Hold for 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Reach your arms towards the back, legs together. Exhale, keep your legs, reach your arms to the front of the room, lift your chest. And then slowly lower your legs about halfway down. Keep your breath going, keep pressing your belly and low back into the floor. Lower another quarter of the way down, pause. Lower your legs just till they're hovering above the ground, low boat. Squeeze your belly in for 3, 2, 1. And draw your knees into your chest and let it go. Take a couple of gentle rocks from left to right along your low back. And then grab behind your thighs, take some rocks up and down the length of your spine, build some momentum. Eventually come up to a seat, swing your legs around, and make your way to downward facing dog. Take your hands and feet to any distance in this first down dog and just pedal out your legs, move your hips around. And then from here, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for lizard pose. Back knee can be up or back knee can be down. On your inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky and twist. Allow your right thigh to fall away from you here. And then as you exhale, bend your right elbow, tap the floor with your right elbow, and squeeze your right thigh in towards your shoulder. Inhale, open your right arm out to twist, knee goes out. Exhale, tap the floor with your elbow and squeeze your knee in. Keep that going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next time your elbow taps the floor and you squeeze your knee in, pause. Feel the squeeze of your knee and inner thigh towards your shoulder and torso. Next inhale, reach your right arm up to twist, knee goes out. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your foot back to plank pose. So you're in the top of a push-up position with arms straight. Kick your heels as far to the back wall as you can and reach the crown of your head forward. As you push into the pads of your fingers, feel your upper arms hug in and push away from the floor to spread your shoulder blades towards the ceiling. Keep your upper body, walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Drop your heels to the right and pause. Press evenly through the edges of your feet and your hands. And make sure that your hips aren't dipping low or lifting up high. They're in line with your torso. Inhale, heels back to center. Exhale, drop them to the other side. Inhale back to center. Walk your feet to hips distance. Shift slightly forward. Knees can lower down first as you slowly lower all the way to the floor. Tops of your feet press down. Inhale, peel your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, cobra, look to the right, a little twist. Exhale, bow. Inhale, cobra, look left. Exhale, head and chest to the floor. Inhale, peel your chest, pause. Press the tops of your feet down to engage your legs. Squeeze your back muscles and maybe take your hands off the floor for hovering cobra. Try to position your hands underneath your elbows so your arms are in chaturanga position. Lift your chest and collarbones. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up to plank or tabletop pose. Exhale, pull your hips back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Lightly step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Back knee can be up or down. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, twist, let your left thigh fall away from you. Exhale, bend your left elbow, tap the floor, and squeeze your left leg in. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow taps, knee hugs in. Keep that going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next time that your elbow touches the floor, pause. Feel your inner legs squeeze towards your torso and your shoulder. Inhale, open into your twist. Thigh falls away. Exhale, hands to the floor. Look forward. Step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand and fold. Take a moment here in your first forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Take as big of a bend in your knees as you need and sway your body from left to right. And release your hands to the floor. Now parallel your feet so the pinky edges are in line. Sit your hips about halfway down, thighs parallel to the floor. Option 1, hands to your hips, torso parallel to the floor. Option 2, reach your arms forward to the front of the room. And as you hold in your squat position, feel your hips go back in space. Inner thighs hug towards your torso. Weight is in your heels. Breathe for 3, 2. Pressing from your heels, stand all the way up, extend your legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your feet to about hips distance. Take a breath or two here to arrive in your Tadasana. Tall through your spine and energy down from your hips to your feet into the floor. Next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, hinge from your waist, and as you fold, take as big of a bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine forward. Hands can be on the floor or shins. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Take a soft bend in your right knee, scoot your left foot to the side a little bit, and press down from your feet as you rise up, high lunge. Make sure that the back of your pelvis is tilting towards your back heel, and feel the front of your body lift up. Take your arms out in front of you and bend your elbows so your forearms are parallel to the front. Lean forward about halfway and let your left elbow be on the inside of your left knee and thigh. As you hold, squeeze your elbow and your thigh together and reach through your right heel. On your next inhale, as you push your elbow and thigh together, reach your right arm out to the side into a twist. And then exhale, bend your right elbow and come back to the starting position. Inhale, twist to the right, squeeze your left thigh and elbow together. And then exhale, back to the starting position. Inhale, open twist to the right, pause. Keep squeezing your elbow and thigh and keep reaching through your right heel. And then exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back to plank pose as you breathe in. Exhale, drop your heels to the right, left arm up to the sky, side plank. As you push your feet into the floor, lift your hips up high and squeeze your right side body in. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pull your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. With a slight rounding in your back, draw your right knee to the back of your right elbow and pause. Inhale, float it back to plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, knee to the outside of your right elbow and hug your outer arm. Inhale, plank or three-legged plank. Exhale to the back of your arm again and round your back a lot as you push into the floor. Try to slide your right knee as close to your armpit as you can. Inhale, take it all the way up and back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Scoot your right foot over to the side and press through your feet to rise, high lunge. Try to feel the back of your pelvis tilt down as the back of your ribs lift. Reach your arms out in front and bend your elbows so your forearms are parallel to the front. Lean forward halfway and tuck your right elbow on the inside of your knee. Push your knee and thigh together, and as you inhale, take your left arm out to the side and up and twist. Exhale, back to the starting position. Inhale, take it out to the side. Exhale, bend your left elbow, let it meet your right. Inhale, take it out to the side and pause. And as you hold, reach your left heel back and squeeze your right thigh and right arm together. Hands down to the floor, look forward as you inhale. Step up to the front, standing fold, exhale. Bend your knees, sit back, reach up, first chair pose. Send your hips back in space, weight in your heels. Draw your lower belly in with every exhale. Expand through your front body with every inhale. Inhale, extend your legs, reach all the way up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step your left foot to the back, spin your left heel down, and cartwheel up, second warrior position. In your second warrior, reach out through your fingertips, soften your shoulders, and as you bend into your right knee, firm your right hip out and back. Lean forward as you inhale. Exhale, right forearm to your right thigh, or scoot your right elbow to the inside of your thigh or knee. And as you push your elbow and knee together, reach your left arm up. And then exhale, extend your left arm up above your head, extended side angle. As you reach through your left heel, reach all the way through your left fingertips. Keep pushing your arm and your right leg into each other. Really important for our peak pose today, which will be crow pose and arm balance. Maybe you release your right hand to the inside of your foot. Maybe it's on a block. Hold for 3, 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm all the way up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Step back to plank pose, breathe in. Exhale, drop your heels to the left, right arm up to the sky, side plank. Press through your feet and your hand as you lift your hips up high. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. And then draw your left knee to your left elbow behind your arm. Squeeze your knee towards your arm. Inhale, step or float your leg back, plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, knee to the outside of your elbow and hug it into your arm. Inhale, three-legged plank or plank. Exhale to the back of your arm again, round your back a lot and try to slide your left knee as close to your armpit as you can. Inhale, take it all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, best as you can, step your left foot through. Right heel spins down, cartwheel up, warrior 2. Reach through your right heel to engage your right glutes, and as you glide your hips forward, firm your outer left hip back. Broaden through your chest as you reach out through your fingertips. Leaning from your waist, hinge forward as you inhale. Exhale, left forearm to thigh, or scoot your left elbow to the inside of your thigh or knee. Right arm can reach up, or you can extend your right arm forward. But as you extend and create length through your right side body, cinch your left side body in and pull your left hip back. Keep hugging your left thigh and your arm together. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm all the way up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor, step up to the front, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up and hands to your heart. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold forward over your legs. Now from your forward fold, walk your hands about 2 or 3 handprints forward. And bend your knees enough to where your hands can be flat and your arms can be straight. And then as you shift the weight into your hands and your arms, start to lift your heels and your hips high to the sky. Push into your arms strong, let your head relax. Try to lift your heels as high as you can. Maybe even coming to the tips of your big toes. And then exhale, heels down, walk your hands to your feet and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a soft bend in your right knee and kick your left heel towards the back wall, standing splits with a flat back. And you can either stay here with your hands on the ground or blocks, or stand tall into your right leg, kick your left heel back, and as you lift your chest and draw your navel in, maybe your hands come off the floor, either to heart or hands to hips, warrior 3. One more inhale. Exhale, start to bend into your right knee. Let your left foot land to the back of your mat. Spin it down so it's in a 45 or parallel to the back. Press through your feet, float your arms up, warrior 1. And as you reach through your left heel, pull your right hip back in space and feel the dragging action of your right heel towards the back of your mat. Arms float down behind your back. Find an interlace of your fingers or hook thumbs. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, fold on top or to the inside of your front leg, humble warrior. Now as you fold, hug your right thigh in towards your torso and shoulder. And if your hips veer off to the right, hug your torso back into your thigh to let your hips go a little bit more centered. Take another inhale. Exhale, keep your torso and release the bind. Right hand will go on the outside of your right foot this time, or you can take forearm to thigh. Lift your left arm up and open into side angle pose. And as your outer right thigh pushes into your arms, let that help you twist your chest open away from your leg. Keep reaching through your back heel. And if your right hand is flat on the floor or a block, push down and away from the floor or the block as if your upper body and your back leg was in side plank. Take another inhale. Exhale here. Press through your feet, reverse your warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back to plank pose, and then lower your knees down to tabletop. So for tabletop, have your hands underneath your shoulders, but have your knees slightly behind your hips rather than stacked underneath. Press the tops of your feet down, push into the pads of your fingers, and then lift your knees an inch off the mat for hovering table. Push into the floor really strong and hug your upper arm bones in. But as you hug your upper arm bones, imagine that you're trying to rip the mat apart with your hands. Take another inhale. Exhale, softly land your knees to the floor. Take your right knee to your right elbow, round your back as you push into the floor. Inhale, right foot goes back. And then exhale, left knee to your left elbow, round your back. Inhale, both feet back, push into your hands and your feet, lift your knees up, hovering table. Exhale, lower your knees down. Take your right knee to your right elbow, round your back. And then step it back, left knee to left elbow, round your back as you push into the floor. Exhale, step it back. One more time. Lift your knees an inch off the mat, hovering table. Either stay here, pushing into the floor with your hands and slightly rounding your back, or as you keep your knees hovering, alternate knees to elbow. Go slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower your knees down to the floor. Take a round of cat-cow, drop your belly, let your tail and heart lift. Inhale. Exhale, round through your back. Find a flat back, tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward as you inhale. Walk, step, or lightly float to the front. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pause. Take a soft bend in your left knee. Shift the weight into your left leg as you kick your right leg to the back. As you reach through your right heel, stand tall into your left. And as you lift your chest, maybe you keep your hands on the floor or blocks. Maybe your hands float to your heart or to your hips. For 3, 2, start to bend into your left knee. Step your right foot to the back in a 45-degree or parallel to the back. Press down to rise, warrior 1. Again, firm your left hip back. Feel your left inner thigh hug towards the center line. Inhale, float your arms down behind your low back. Interlace fingers or hook thumbs. Loop your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, fold to the top or slide to the inside of your front leg. Push your thigh and your torso into each other to get your hips to center. Keep reaching through your back heel. Feel the dragging action of your front foot. Release the bind, either left hand to the outside of your left foot or left forearm to thigh, right arm up to the sky, side angle. Use the connection of your left arm and your left leg to help you twist your chest open. Push down from your hand like you were in a side plank. Press down from your feet. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank pose as you breathe in. Lower your knees down to a half plank and lift your heels towards your bum like you're doing hamstring curls. On the inhale, slowly bend your elbows and lower all the way to the floor. And then exhale, press yourself right back up. Slow lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and land. Press back up. Again, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything lands. Hold. Press back up. One more. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land. Sweep your arms towards the back wall. Lower your legs. And then roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest and legs. Locust pose. Reach your heart forward and reach your fingertips and toes back. And then exhale, lower down. Stay with arms as is or interlace your fingers. Loop your shoulders. Lift your chest and your legs. And then exhale, lower down. Hands by your ribs, tuck your toes. Press up, table or plank pose. Exhale, pull your hips back, downward facing dog. From down dog, walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat into a forward fold. From your forward fold, walk your hands about 2 or 3 handprints forward. And with your arms straight, shift the weight into your hands and your arms. Start to lift your heels coming up onto your toes and lift your hips up high. Option 1, just continue to stay here, feeling the weight in your arms. Option 2, bring your feet together and then separate your knees so each knee is at the opposite elbow or arm. And you can either continue to stay here or start to shift the weight more forward into your hands and then start to bend your elbows like you're creating a shelf. And as you hang here, keep shifting the weight of your upper body forward. Maybe try lifting one foot off the ground. Maybe alternate or shift so far forward that you get light on your feet. That way you can lift both feet off the ground and balance into crow pose, Bakasana. Wherever you are, start to shift the weight back onto your feet. Straighten your legs and come into a forward fold. Take as big of a bend in your knees as you need. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes and no. Sway your body left to right. And then inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your hips, press your feet and stand up. Step to the center of your mat and turn to face one of the long edges. Step your feet out wide and parallel your feet. Inhale, roll your shoulders back as you lift your chest. Hinging from your waist, lean forward till you're about halfway down. Anchor through the outer edges of your feet and notice if the weight is going back into your heels. Shift the weight of your hips a little bit more towards the center line of your feet. Right hand down to the floor or use a block. Keeping your left hand on your hip, twist your chest to the left. Work on lengthening your spine as you find your twist. Lengthening from your sitting bones to the crown of your head. And then left hand down, right hand to right hip, twist your chest to the right. Keep pressing evenly through your feet. Then both hands to your hips, torso parallel to the floor, inhale. Press through your heels and stand up, exhale. Take your arms out to a T. Turn your right foot to face the short edge of your mat and let your left foot turn in just a little bit. Start to hinge forward from your right waist, reach all the way to the front. Exhale, tip down into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right hand can be on your shin, floor, or a block. Work on lengthening your spine towards your right toes as your hips go back in space. Anchor into the outer edge of your left foot and anchor into the big toe edge of your right foot. And if you're enjoying the hamstring stretch, stay. If you want a little bit more, bend into your right knee. Walk your right hand about 6 inches forward and off to the right. And then use your back leg to kick off into balancing half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Your hips are stacked like in side plank. Push energy through the inner arch of your right foot, all the way up the inner lining of your right leg. And allow that energy to move into the outer lining of your left leg towards the pinky edge of your left foot. Deep breath in. If you're in half moon with precision, slowly transition back to triangle. And then using your legs, stand up with the inhale. Exhale, parallel your feet. Turn your left foot to face the short edge. Right foot turns in. Hinge from your left waist as you inhale. Reach forward. Exhale, tip down. Triangle pose, other side. And as you draw energy from the inner arch of your left foot all the way up your left leg, spin your torso and your pelvis out to stack your side. Stay here or bend into your left knee a lot. Walk your left hand about 6 inches in front and then kick off, balancing half moon. Feel the stack of your sides and feel the energy from the inner arch of your standing leg. Reach really strong through your right heel and reach your chest forward. Take one more inhale. If you're in half moon with precision, step back to triangle. Everybody rise up as you inhale. Hands to your hips, and then step up to the front of your mat. From your Tadasana, take a couple of breaths. Standing tall from your feet all the way up to the crown of your head. Bend your knees, sitting back into chair pose. 2 options. Another opportunity to work with crow pose, our arm balance. Or you can take prayer twist with your hands at your heart, left elbow to your right thigh. If you're working with crow pose, keep the chair position and just take your hands to the floor in front of your feet. Your palms will be flat. Lift your hips and your heels. And as you shift the weight forward into your hands, you'll start to bend your elbows, creating that shelf for your legs to rest. Maybe you take one foot off the ground. Maybe you work towards taking both feet off the ground. If you're doing chair twist, switch to the other side. If you're working in crow, just continuing to play with your balance. If you would like to hit the pause button and play with crow one more time, feel free to do so. Otherwise, whether you're in chair twist or in crow, allow your hands to come to the floor, feet flat to the floor, into your forward fold. Beautiful job, y'all. Inhale, hands to your shins, create your flat back. Exhale, hands to your hips, press through your heels, and stand up. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive down, fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, step or hop back, move through a vinyasa, or take it straight back to down dog. Once in down dog, you can take child's pose here, maybe hit the pause button and rest a little bit. And then we will eventually make our way to a seat. So extend your legs long out in front of you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Right foot can stay on the inside of your left leg, or you can step it to the outside of your left thigh. Sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, twist to the right. Right hand will be behind you on the floor or a block. Left hand can either hug your right knee in, or you can hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. With every inhale, press from your hips and lengthen your spine upwards. Every exhale, feel your chest turn as you twist. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. If you would like to add on, your left hand will hold onto the pinky edge of your right foot, and you'll straighten your right leg forward and let it hover at a 45 from the floor. Maybe you reach your right arm towards the back wall, balancing on your hips. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, untwist. If you're holding onto your right foot with left hand, let it go. Extend both legs forward, give them a little shimmy and shake. And then draw your left knee to your chest. Left foot can stay on the inside or step it to the outside of your right leg. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand hugs left knee or right elbow to left thigh. Stand tall into your hips and your right leg. Imagine that your sitting bones can reach down and break into the earth, and allow your spine to grow tall towards the heavens. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. You can stay in this variation, half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana, or right hand grabs your left foot and you'll straighten your left leg, letting it hover 45 degrees from the floor. Seated revolve triangle. And you can do seated revolve triangle with your left hand supporting you, or maybe your left hand lifts and you'll balance on your hips. 3, 2, 1. Take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly untwist. Let go of your left leg if you have it. Straighten both legs to the front. Give them a little shimmy and shake. And then from here, lean back onto your hands with your fingertips facing the front or the sides. Bend your knees to 90-degree angles, feet hips distance apart. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up towards the sky. Either stay here or press into your hands and feet and lift your hips up for reverse tabletop. Think about lengthening the back of your pelvis towards the back of your knees. Squeeze your shoulder blades as your chest opens up. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower your hips if you lifted them. Pause. And then press into your hands and feet. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe lift your hips, reverse table. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips down. And then windshield wiper your knees slowly from left to right. And come back to center. Make your way down onto your back. From your back, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. Take your arms out to a T with your legs together. Let them fall to the left as your chest turns to the right, reclining twist. If there's a lot of space between your thighs, you can take a block or a rolled up blanket in between your legs. Breathe across the space of your chest and along the right lateral side of your body. And then take it back to center as you inhale. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, draw your knees back to center. Exhale, give yourself one last final hug. If a happy baby feels appropriate here, maybe a bridge pose or an inversion like waterfall or supported shoulder stand, feel free to take it. And our next pose will be our final one. Final pose of ease and stillness, Shavasana. Arms and legs, any position that you'd like. Traditional Shavasana is legs extended, arms by your sides, feet out and palms up. But once you found your shape, Let everything settle. Allow all effort to go. And just simply enjoy these next few moments of rest. As always, if you would like to stay in your rest for a little bit longer, you can let the video finish out or hit the pause button. If you are ready to move on with your day, take a deep breath in. And then start to bring some gentle movement into your body, starting at your fingers and your toes. And just slowly letting that movement radiate throughout. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll to one side or the other. Using your top arm, press yourself up to find a seat. Draw your hands at your heart center. Bow your head down towards yourself, honoring your effort, your energy, and giving yourself gratitude for showing up for yourself today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you are brand new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when videos are posted. And if you know anybody that could use some more yoga in their life, please share this video and my channel with them. As always, I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.